No audio. I told you.
Hold on. Test. It's telling me that we're talking.
We got audio. We got audio.
We
We have Discord audio now.
We'll wait for not the Discord audio.
No, we've
We
got
hear
audio
the
now.
music on.
I think.
We got audio. We are professionals.
Oh, there we
got
go.
Audio.
There we go.
We have
Okay.
audio.
Woo! Okay, let me
Okay.
run all of that again. I don't know what happened. Everybody, welcome to the P2CE Open Beta Release stream. We are terribly sorry for the scuff. My name is Max. I will be your host for today. P2CE is approximately releasing in 1 hour and 60 minutes. In the meantime, we have a great show lined up for you today, full of scuff apparently. And I am here today with my wonderful team. Now, in alphabetical order, everybody who can talk, please say about a few words who you are and something you made. Starting with August Coder.
Hello, I'm August Coder. I work on the Strata Source engine, and you probably won't see a lot of what I'm making for a while, but I'm working on some really cool stuff, so yeah.
Thank you. Next up is Hugo.
Hey everyone, I'm Hugo Designer. I'm a puzzle designer and scripter for the P2C campaign, and I also do some scripting and gameplay programming.
Okay. And next up, we got Orso.
Hello, I am Orso. I'm relatively new to the team, and I'll be working the social aspect of P2C, videos, tutorials, and all that jazz. I've also helped with the wiki and a few other things on the back end. I'll be a pleasure to continue helping provide for the community going forward.
Okay, thank you, Orso. I can vouch for Orso. He's been doing a lot of wiki work. Oxy.
Hello there. My name is Oski Box. I'm on the engine development side, and I hopefully fix more bugs than I write.
Thank you. And after that, finally... Wait, no, not finally. We got Pivot.
Hi, I do the direct opposite of what Ozzybox is doing and deliberately find bugs in PUC. I'm the quality assurance lead for the project, and I hope to... I am pleased to meet you all, so... Hi.
Thank you. Then we have the person who is currently running the screen and who is definitely and totally responsible for the outage just now, which definitely wasn't my fault. Rip.
Hi, I am Rip. I'm the community manager and also media artist. I make videos for P2C, both on my channel and for the official channel. I've also worked on stuff like local add-ons and stuff like dynamic light bridge lights if you've played them and already got access. And the video that will be releasing after this stream, I also made. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that.
Yeah. And there is also Teamspan, pretty new to the team actually. Oh,
Hello,
Teamspan side.
I'm Teamspin. I mainly do hammer add-ons, as you may have noticed or seen, but I'm joining here and helping with implementing more flexible entities and so on, and improving hammer and that.
Great. And finally, we got Avery.
Hello, I'm Avery. I'm the unique one of the team, being I'm one of the community managers for the project. So you might see me poking around the Discord and answering questions and so forth over there.
Yeah. And now that you're the team, I heavily encourage you to check out our website for the actual full team because not everyone could make it because time zones are scary. That said, we do have to answer an incredibly important question, which is, what in this world is this P2CE I've heard so much about? So I have kindly forced Hugo to prepare a little segment for that.
And by little, you mean like a very long segment, right? Okay, now that everyone shared a bit of what they do, let's talk about what P2C is, what it has to offer, what you can expect from it going forward, and so on. First, I want to start with what P2C is not. P2C is not a Portal 2 remaster. When you load up the campaign, you can expect it to look and play roughly the same as it does in vanilla Portal 2. You can enhance certain aspects of it, and we do offer some options out of the box, which we'll get to later, but we have no intention of changing anything about the Portal 2 campaign. P2C is also not a campaign mod, and as of right now, we don't offer any new campaigns or maps to play. Now, for what P2C is. In very broad terms, P2C is a modding platform. We offer a whole host of new features, bug fixes, technical improvements, new and improved tools, and a lot more. But it is also a playing platform. Not only are modders able to use P2C as a base for their own projects, but we also have a workshop where you can find all sorts of content to play with, single maps and map packs, gameplay modifiers, asset replacement packs, and even entire campaigns. Now, let's go over a few of the things P2C offers to players and modders. First, and I guess the most notable change, we have an entire new lighting engine called clustered shading. It lets mappers do a lot more with regards to lighting their maps. You can have multiple dynamic light sources casting real-time shadows, specular reflections in brushes and models, light cookies, and much more. Alongside it, we now have volumetric fog, which works in tandem with the clustered renderer. Volumetric fog allows light sources to cast volumetric effects, which respond to real-time lights and shadows, but you can also create fog volumes that scatter light that hits them. It also supports 3D textures, so you can shape your fog in any way you want. P2C also includes a physically based rendering shader, also known as PBR shader, which allows textures to be rendered in a much more realistic way. Textures can now reflect their material properties more accurately, such as metallicity, roughness, light diffusion, refraction, parallax, and more. We have also improved several rendering elements of the game, such as water, gels, and overlays, to take advantage of all these new features. On the gameplay side, P2C offers an easy way to share and play community content, and generally speaking, the game offers two gameplay systems: campaigns and add-ons. Campaigns are the things you would normally expect from the Portal 2 workshop, such as maps and collections, but also entire mod-like campaigns directly from within the interface, no external installation required. Add-ons, on the other hand, let you modify how the game looks and feels. We already include a few local add-ons designed by our team that improve some aspects of the game, such as light casting light bridges, refractive fizzlers, new turret voice lines, and so on. But you can also have add-ons for all sorts of things. Want to use a custom portal gun? You can. Want higher quality materials and models? Sure. You can use add-ons that change how the game is played, such as using the paint gun, enabling fall damage, giving Chao telekinesis powers, or maybe every 5 seconds a Half-Life 2 manhack spawns above you. Because, oh yeah, did you know we also support Portal 1 and Half-Life 2 and its episodes? You can use elements from those games or play maps made for them directly in P2C. You can also just actually play those games in full inside P2C, so long as you own them on Steam and have them installed on your machine. Some rapid-fire gameplay stuff we've added to the game include Adhesion Gel, which lets you walk up walls and ceilings, Schrödinger cubes, which transmit lasers from one cube to another paired cube, colored lasers, which can have special behavior with filtered cubes and catchers, several reflection gel improvements like reflecting bridges and funnels. Cube behavior can now be customized, such as what a cube does with the laser or what buttons they press. Recolorable portals, which can also emit light. Support for dedicated multiplayer servers of up to 32 simultaneous players, a paint gun, and many more that I'm probably forgetting. The Hammer Map editor has also seen massive improvements over the course of P2C's development. The most notable one is its stability. In Portal 2, you had to save every 2 minutes because of how much the editor was prone to crashing. In P2C, Hammer rarely ever crashes, so it's a much smoother experience overall. It also comes pre-packed with TeamSpan's Hammer add-ons, meaning you can have things like automatic asset packing for single maps, comp entities like vectubes and model cables, and a bunch of other quality of life improvements you all probably know by now. Some other improvements include favorite textures and no-draw buttons. Textures can now implement hot spotting. You can create custom primitives using AngelScript. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Soundscapes and scene files can be previewed in the editor. We added a portal ability 3D view, and static props can now be scaled in all directions. The BSP format has also received some major overhauls. Maps can now be 64 times larger than vanilla Portal 2. You can place far more entities and overlays, and various other hard-coded limits have been raised. Strata Source is also improving the VTF texture format to include new image formats like BC7 and optional CPU compression. Plus, now add-ons are published to the workshop via VPK files, meaning you no longer have to worry about packing assets or uploading multiple individual maps. We're also seriously expanding the possibilities of modding through scripting. The biggest change being AngelScript, a scripting language which mimics a lot of C++ syntax and format. With it, you can create your very own entities to use in the game with their own custom behavior and classes, and all the things you've come to expect from regular entities, such as inputs and outputs, class inheritance, and so on. You can also script your own weapons and tools, create and use custom console commands, store and retrieve custom save data, and even create new primitives for Hammer. AngelScript is a big focus for us, so expect more bindings and features as we keep working on the engine. We're also introducing Panorama, a UI framework created by Valve and used in CSGO, which uses many of the web development workflows and languages you might expect, like JavaScript and CSS. If you're making a custom source mod using P2CE, you can make your own menus and interfaces without having to mess with resource files or being limited by hard-coded menu layouts. We even added a new entity called Panorama Screen, which lets you create dynamic screens and interfaces inside the playable world. But we're not sunsetting VScript, far from it. Not only is it still supported, we added more features to it, like add-on based script loading, as well as various new functions and classes. If you have questions about those or want to learn more, you can also visit our wiki. We have, thousands of pages at this point on all the entities in the game, guides for things like cluster lighting and scripting, reference pages for materials and audio, a more detailed description of the BSP and VTF changes than I could describe earlier, and a lot more. Definitely give it a look at wiki.stratasource.org. Do bear in mind that everything I've mentioned so far is neither a complete list, nor are we planning to stop adding new features. With the project going into open beta, all walks of players and modders will want to try new things, will find new bugs, and will have new suggestions and contributions to make. Which I suppose is a great way to say that if you do have questions, bug reports, and suggestions, check out our Discord server. We have an FAQ with a lot of the known bugs and issues, a GitHub issue tracker where people can provide more detailed feedback, and some helpful guides and server members to give you some direction. That's p2ce.org/discord. Now, finally, what to expect of P2CE going forward. We are setting this project in open beta in great part because we want all of you to be able to create and play some cool community content and make use of all these tools and resources we've worked on for so many years, but also so you can help us make it better. It's important to emphasize that the project is still in beta. What this means is you can expect some bugs to happen, some features to be incomplete or missing, some documentation that needs updating, stuff like that. When you find an issue, please make sure to check our FAQs, readmes, and guides throughout the Discord server and wiki. We'll continue working on fixing and improving this game, but we're all volunteer members working on our own free time on a free project for everyone, so do be a little patient as we try addressing some of these problems going forward. Speaking of which, I've already mentioned reporting issues on GitHub, but you can also contribute to some of our open source repositories. We try to keep this project as community-oriented and open-sourced as we possibly can. So if you see any area that could use some work and you have that knowledge, consider contributing to the project. Otherwise, you can also contribute by making cool add-ons, maps, and campaigns and sharing them on our workshop, or playing other people's contents and sharing them with your friends. And on that note, we'll go over some of our favorite picks from the workshop, so you can have a taste of what you can do in this game. Back to you, Max.
Thank you. So you've just heard about what makes P2CE P2CE and not your random other portal mod. But obviously we want P2CE to be the nicest experience you can possibly have. That's why we invest a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, to make into QA testing our builds. We have with us here the Fake the Gamer, Pivot, today to tell us more about QA. Silence. It appears we're having some issues. That said, we're just gonna turn the stream around. We're gonna play video first so that you all are entertained. Yeah. And then we will have the talk. Until in like 2 minutes.
No, fiddlesticks. What now? Welcome back, everyone. So remember about those issues we were talking about? Well, somehow they manifested right in our stream.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the irony
We
is
have
not
been-
lost here. The irony is not
Yeah.
lost here.
But oh well, what isn't what's a release stream if not scuffed? Anyway, as you might have noticed, we have a new person among our midst. Ash has joined us.
Hello. Nice
Our
to
other
talk to you
community
all.
person. Yeah.
Indeed, I am. I am currently looking at the server and helping out on that front. So if you see me, feel free to say hi.
Yes. Okay, back to the topic. We will try running the video one more time. And then we will finally get back to QA.
that now? Still running. All right, let's try it. Tell you what, useful. Space! Ah!
You haven't seen a bit of it yet.
Hi, I'm Pivman209. You can also just call me Loxy if you want. I am the quality assurance lead for Portal 2 Community Edition. The montage that you just saw now is a compilation of many of the bugs that I've personally run into, and I am sure that others in the closed beta have also faced. As you can tell, my role as QA lead is simple. Break the game in every single imaginable way that a person can find, be with -1 beer's order or by summoning a demon via dark ritual. Doing this is quite simple process, and it doesn't take much effort to run into a weird bug. Like, you play around with a specific feature, see if it behaves as intended, and if it doesn't, for whatever... Oh, what? And if it doesn't, you flag it up on the issue trackers internally or externally. On the topic of issue trackers, part of my role involves triaging issues. This essentially means verifying wherever a bug reproduces in a specific Strata project, tagging these issues appropriately, monitoring the trackers to weed out problematic users, and closing issues for any particular reason, whether it's because the issue has been addressed in some way, or if it's because it's been superseded by a more in-depth version, or if it ends up being invalid, or really anything at that case. During my time here at PC, I've been here for like 4 years now, and counting. I've helped lead internal and external QA efforts for Clustered Forward Renderer and PDC campaign system, the latter of which I also assisted in localizing from top to bottom. I've also been largely responsible for helping improve the overall quality of Portal 2's subtitle system, which Storm has also helpfully wrote up. Which Storm has helpfully rewritten with to use KB3, that is now in preview. And I have also helped document the campaign KB3 script structure. I have also cleaned up documentation that is present across our internal PC repositories, and am also the chief janitor for the PC mod template. It's my job to ensure that it remains compatible and also has feature parity with our internal builds. I lead a small group of roughly 20 people who specialize in doing the same things that I do. So those of you watching right now, say hi. PTC runs several external communication channels to facilitate large-scale QA efforts. We typically have people talk to us about anything weird that goes on in external builds that we distribute to our QA testers. So the pipeline for like distributing these builds goes like this. So like QA testers typically receive builds on a specific cycle on the staging branch, like the highest level branch. Where code that has passed internal review undergoes a small scale external test. Our staging builds are produced and distributed using CI and CI/CD runners, basically automated tasks that tell the computer how to produce a working copy of the game by giving it a recipe, the instructions to follow, and the tools needed to build the game in the first place. This run basically automatically happens every Monday and Saturday, although we can manually invoke builds at our own discretion. We also have temporary builds on a separate Scratch branch that are used to conduct specific feature experiments. If a build is deemed stable enough to warrant a larger scale release, it gets promoted to a higher level unstable release branch, where more people get to have the opportunity to test out our newest code. The cycle repeats over and over again, and eventually it reaches the default branch, which every PvC player gets. So that's from one branch, from a small handful of people to maybe thousands at most. Those of you who are looking to flag up issues today, we maintain separate issue trackers at the Strata Source organization on GitHub. We also maintain a PC issue tracker at pc.org/issues. So I look forward to helping triage more of your issues once the game is out. Looking forward to meeting you there.
Okay, thank you, Pivot. Now, I would like to again note how incredibly important QA is. Just because without QA, you would launch the game and would die. And it would be terrible, and you would get cancelled, and nobody wants that. So, if you get to the server, which by the way you should at p2c.org/discord, you should absolutely thank the QA team, because they have been doing an amazing job in the past years, many years. Now, we mentioned earlier that we mostly focus on workshop content. So why is it that you're not seeing any workshop content right now? Well, we should fix that. And to fix that, I have tasked Endor on the team, and also with picking out the current best workshop maps and showing them off to you. Also, you have the stage.
Thank you very much. Today we will be presenting 3 maps from our workshop at the moment. We have campaign, we got a single map, and we got 2 single maps, and we would love to share them off for you all today. First on our list, we have Evely's Exhibition 5, and this one has been a long time in the making by the one and only Evely 1. So, if you want a moment as Rip gets up the game, we will see the new campaign system in action. I'd also like to give a shout out to Storm for spending neck and tooth and nail on this lovely panorama UI system. It's really nice. And making it all work smoothly and efficiently and designed very nicely for the. So, this is our brand new menu. Once you load up PHC, you'll be landed on this main menu page. We got our usual settings, all the add-ons, and you'll be able to resume to your games. But the action happens when you hit play. Here we have access to our single maps, as well as our collections page, which is feature that's still work in progress, but we will be eventually having collections of playlists of various campaigns and maps that we would like to feature later Right now, however, as you can see, multiplayer and co-op is not currently available. Technically, you can make co-op content with P2C right now. However, we have no UI method at the moment because co-op is a little unstable right now. Don't worry though, it will be coming. It is on the way, and it should come in open beta eventually.
So I should clarify. Co-op is currently currently requires some a round of bug fixing to do, and like that's why it's not available on UI.
It's just a little
that on the trackers.
We have a bit on our GitHub, our P2C tracker specifically. We have a big issue of lists, which we need to nail down. But as we have the beta, you guys can help us report issues and help us fix it over time. So let's get into the map, shall we? Show off our new campaign list. Huzzah! Right here we have a list of a bunch of various workshop campaigns. We have the alpha version of System Failure. We have Portal 2 itself, if you want to say that. We also got the standard PIT single maps at the very top. Right now, we're looking at an earlier build. We're going to get something a little bit different in the future, but overall, it's gonna look similar. It's gonna change a bit. This is all still work in progress. So let's get started with Evely's exhibition right now, which is a campaign, by the way. So yeah, there you go. Sorry, we'll do the single maps in a second. Yeah. So as you can see, with our campaign system, we have access to custom backgrounds, logos. We can't change panorama entirely, but if you were to click new game, you get access to. Do you mind clicking new game? Thank you. Access to a chapter select, which you can also set the names of the chapters, the logo, chapter icons, and all that. There's a lot more customizations going to come down the line. We got background maps. It's very flexible to customize. You don't need to overwrite assets. You don't need to deal with a bunch of files. It's super simple and easy. Again, another shout out to Ozzybox Storm for making this system very nice and easy to deal with. So let's get started with the Evely exhibition to show off P2C and what it can do in a campaign map. So here we have Evely's map. Wonderful, lovely clustered lighting and action. We won't be going through the whole map today, both for time's sake, but also because we want you to go check out her map and her content on the workshop, because it is wonderful and very fun, and I'm sure you all will enjoy it immensely. As we go forth, we can see our lighting system, very nice. Water, basically interaction with a lot of different things has been improved, and it just looks really beautiful. Now, the amazing thing about campaigns is that campaigns themselves, I mean, as the name states, they're like mini mods, meaning multiple maps. You can have as much custom content as you want. And you don't need to pack it, or you have to try and cram the BSPs. You can have it laid out, and it just works. It just works, and it's great, and it's easy to use. Because Portal 2, it can get tacky sometimes, but with P2C, it's a lot more fun to do. So here we are. We're now, if you saw, we just transitioned to another map. You can't do that in the Portal 2 workshop. Campaigns, you can have multiple maps with custom loading screens and icons for them. And yeah, here you can see we're featuring off also our brand new volumetric fog, a nice ocean skybox. The lighting, it's all together, comes together in a nice beautiful bow. Emily spent a very good job working on this. Very nice demonstration of all the new features that P2C has to offer. And keep going forward. Coming up, we will be coming across one of the new elements of Strata Portal 2 Community Edition, and that is the Schrodinger Cube. Now, if for those who have played Portal Revolution, you will recognize this mechanic. Best way to describe it is laser go in, laser go out. But another cool feature about this, and not too many people know this, is that with this cube, you can direct lasers back into it, and it'll come out back into the original cube. You can also see there, we got blue lasers. What's that? Yeah, you can make lasers of any custom color. We have a lot more customization features down the line for it, but that can be done with scripting, whether that be with VScript or AngelScript. All the map logic you can do with it, and tying it all with the environment too, because the environment is also another big piece with a lot of workshop maps we are going to feature today. Another cool thing that has also been worked on is working with various different cube assets with the engine. Originally, with cubes, you would have like 6 different skins for the companion cube states, rusted, but that is no longer the case. Thank you to Team Sven, who has spent a lot of effort making a new system for cubes, where now they're individual models, but now they can support gels of any color, and it's a really nice, easy system to use, and you can make crazy stuff like spherical reflection cubes, and they can make green lasers and stuff. It's real nice. So yeah, that was Emily's exhibition. We will be providing a sorry. yes. Yeah, we're moving on. That was Emily's Exhibition 5 map. We're going to be moving on next to it is Cellular Data by Lenship 2. Now, this is our single maps. Single maps are stored away in a separate section because they're not a campaign. They don't have all the campaign stuff to it, but they can have the same amount of custom content. Here, Len has taken advantage of all her brand new handmade PBR assets. Got a lot of spectacular lighting, like cookies with spotlights, and volumetric fog. All this together comes into a neat little bow with cellular data. You don't want to solve it? No? Okay. It's fine. This is just gonna show off. We will not be spoiling. You don't want to solve this one?
No, I don't know what I'm doing.
I never solved it either. Don't worry.
I also don't know how to solve this one.
Well, here's a fun thing. Not many people know. Yeah. So try shooting the fizzler. Yeah. So this is the Divinity field. For those who have played Portal Divinity, this fizzler is featured there, and Len has asked to use this fizzler for her map.
I mean, why solve the puzzle when you can look at the pretty volumetric fog?
Yeah, it's all very nice. Of course, we can't stay here for too long. It's a very good demonstration. All our nice new volumetrics and speculars, though. because everything here is PBR'd. The antlines, the models, the faithplate, all in action here, and it performs very well. As long as you have a system that can run CS:GO properly.
Yeah, we don't actually use like any RTX features. It's our own in-house lighting system. Like everything is built from the top down. Like so none of fancy RTX bits. Like no performance tags, nothing. It's all
okay. This was one more map we want to show off. We won't be gone over all of it today. We're going to go through one last map, and that'll be Eutrophication by Kukwash. And this is a good example of another just, you don't need to make puzzle maps with PTC. You can make a lot of different things with PTC. And in this case with Eutrophication, it is a...
Descent approaching 500 meters.
It's just exploration.
Congrats on achieving this exciting opportunity you've been assigned to. Aperture reminds you to take clear photographs at all points of interest you will find. You will then immediately return to the dining room to resume your...
Yeah, we got custom voice acting here. I wonder who's voicing it.
I wonder who it is.
I wonder who it is. Oh, this is the first. It's water shader. It's a little too intense. Okay. Tell you now, I have to work on this map. The water is a little hard to go through, but we've loaded down the shaders for it. But here we have a case of actually some scripting in use. Camera, trace checking if you're looking at stuff, so you can take pictures of it. You can collect pictures, and we can head back to your little submarine as you dive down even deeper. This was originally for a comp map, the blue theme comp map for amount, and it was featured here for PTC and for everybody to enjoy. Once again, all of these maps are already available in the P2C workshop, and we'll be providing a playlist for you to access. And we hope you enjoy everything that comes out of our workshop. We are going to move forward with our stream, and we're going to go into our Q&A section, which will be answering even a lot more questions about P2C, Strata Source overall. So thank you, Rip, for playing through these maps. Hand it off to our next person of interest, Ashleyanna Rivers.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be hosting our Q&A segment. So some of you may know that in the Discord server, we had a channel open for a while where you could drop your most burning questions for us to answer, and that's what this next segment is all about. So we have a list of around 50 questions. We unfortunately can't get to everyone, but we will be having an open stage after the stream and after beta release in order to answer any extra questions. So stay on the lookout for that. So without further ado, let's just hop right in. Our first question of the day is, of course, will there be a Puzzle Maker or PETI remake for Portal 2 Community Edition? Whoever wants to answer this, go right on ahead.
Puzzle Maker is intended for post-release right now. Right now we are working on fleshing out like the base game features as well as the tooling, so to make sure everything's stable as is. This will be coming later, as we intend on collaborating with BMod to work on a P2C Puzzle Maker in the future.
However,
Beautiful.
It's a very complicated. The Puzzle Maker looks simple, but it's extremely complicated internally. So
it's a bit of a
it's a very big project.
Yeah, it's a voxelized nightmare to say, like.
For sure. All right. Next question up on our docket. Can Portal 2 modders port their mods to P2CE?
Take this one. In fact, not only is it supported. We actively encourage you, if you already have maps for Portal 2's workshop or just mods in general, we encourage you to port it to the workshop for others to enjoy and to take advantage of all the new features that we have with the camping system and just in the engine in general.
As for individual PCC campaigns, the campaign system is designed in such a way that we offer a pathway for those publishing onto Steam to have all the relevant art assets up and ready to prepare modders for sorry, I'm not good at words. We offer like an easier pathway for modders to like publish their campaigns, to convert the campaigns into fully fledged mods for publishing on Steam. That is achieved using the campaign system, and the sorry up. We have a large set of documentation pertaining to the campaign system that is available on the Strata Source wiki, which will instruct users on how to like build their own campaign and additionally prep it for publishing on the PC Workshop, and if you so desired, onto Steam itself. So there are obviously the foundations for that covered.
Perfect. Alrighty, next question, and this is a big one we get all the time. Will there be a Linux native port for Hammer, or does Wine support exist for P2C?
We're working on a Qt port of our Hammer so that we can get it working on Linux. It's been a long time in the making, and it's still got a ways to go. But we try to make sure that we're able to support Wine as best we can. We've made special carve-outs when we can detect that you're running in Wine.
Perfect. Alrighty, moving on. Another question we've gotten a little bit. Are there any plans for localization?
Yes and no. We are currently looking at options to translate our main UI, so that's the main menu, the pause menu, not Hammer currently, into languages other than English. But also we don't want to put every bilingual team member to the grind of translating everything. So we are looking into community solutions, but there is nothing that's guaranteed yet. For our open beta, it is going to be English only.
Perfect. Alrighty, another one. And we really want to stress the answer to this question. Is Portal 2 Community Edition a remake or a remaster of Portal 2?
It is not a remaster.
No.
It is simply a modding base. It is a modding foundation for Portal 2. We intend on expanding it with new quality of life features and bug fixes is for long term, and we want to make sure that everyone gets to have as much sorry, I'll pause that, Torsion.
It was fine. It's fine. But I can add on to it. Yeah, we will not be. It's not a remaster. We will not be touching any of the original Portal 2 content. It'll be included with P2C, but that does not mean we will be changing any of the maps. We'll fix any issues. The maps are to stay the same. They are backwards compatible, and they will just be loaded by P2C as is. And because we support backwards compatibility, that allows for other maps to be loaded, like the Half-Life 2 maps and the Portal 1 maps. They work as is. You don't need to recompile or do any advanced setup with it. It just works.
It just
Beautiful.
works.
It just
It
works.
just works.
Alrighty, moving on.
But it feels like it.
This is another question we get a lot. Will the Portal 2 Community Edition campaign be accessible upon this open beta release?
Unfortunately, no. The P2C campaign is still a work in progress, but it will be available for the full release of P2C.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Next question up is, what are the minimum specs required to run P2C?
Unlike standard Source Engine, we require DX11, whereas standard Source requires DX9. So the minimum requirements are going to be higher, but our goal is to make it so that if you can run CSGO, or if you have DX11, that it at least runs halfway decent, you know? Like, we want pretty much everyone to get at least 30 FPS if you've got like an ancient computer or something, right? But our hope is that most computers can run it at a pretty solid FPS.
Since this is a source engine game, the system requirements are going to be a bit slightly on par with Portal 2, but generally speaking, if your PC can run Portal 2 and Counter-Strike Global Offensive at a particularly good frame rate, it should work fine. The system requirements are obviously going to be much higher because our engine is running on has been ported to like a 64-bit code base, and our graphics layer expects you to at least have either DirectX 11.0 capable GPU or a Vulkan 1.3 capable GPU for Linux, for either Windows or Linux. Like, for Linux parts, for CPU requirements, we expect you to have at least like SSC 4.2 and AVX2 instruction support to run Portal 2 Community Edition. The memory requirements are minimum 8 gigabytes and max 16 gigabytes, and video memory around as a minimum is either 1 gigabytes and max is 4.
Perfect. Alrighty.
We do intend on shipping the Portal 2 content in PC, so you'll need at least 20 gigabytes of disk space minimum to run a game.
It'll be a little less than 20. We're compressing them pretty hard.
Yeah, like at least.
Should be
at
about
least
7, I think, for normal Portal 2. But yeah, it should be like. But
yeah,
I also want to add on graphics-wise because I see a few people in chat talking about it. Although we talked about DX11, for Linux side of things, we use DXVK, which is just Vulkan with DX layered on top, which is the primary renderer that we'll have for Linux. And that works very well.
All right, perfect. Let's move on. This is a bit of a minor question, but it's still something we want to address. Will the glitches and bugs in the base Portal 2 campaign be fixed?
We generally don't want to break things that people have come to love, but if it's something that's particularly problematic, we might have to. Generally, we're not focusing on fixing Portal 2 campaign bugs, but if something impacts new content, we might have to change it.
Awesome. Alrighty. And now, this is a big one. What can we expect for the full release of Portal 2 Community Edition? Of course, this is not our full release. This is an open beta. So when we do eventually release in full, what can we expect for that?
Well, we are, for the full release, aiming to be bug-free. But that's not going to happen. That will never happen. There will always be some sort of bug. But we are looking to fix every major issue that we still have in the game. Again, not bug-free, but you should be able to play and edit without Hammer exploding on you. The full game will also feature our own campaign and a few of our own assets for you to use.
Beautiful. All right. Now, this is a question I'm going to go ahead and answer here. And this is a big one we get a lot of the time. How much will P2CE cost? And I'm here to tell you it will never cost anything to play. P2CE is free now, and it will always be free. Moving on from that, since that was such a quick one, will movements and mechanics from Portal 1 and Half-Life 2 be available to toggle?
Half-Life 2 and Portal 1 movements and mechanics are planned to be re-implemented down the line. Some stuff is already available, but some stuff is still a work in progress. Currently, weapons, weapon switch HUDs, suit health, but not battery, are implemented.
Perfect. Alrighty. Next up, is P2CE backed or licensed by Valve?
So P2C is licensed by Valve. However, Valve does not have any direct involvement in the project, and any actions or decisions are ours and ours alone, and do not reflect on them or anyone else.
Perfect. Another question we get a lot of the time, will P2CE have Steam Deck support sometime in the future?
We are working on it. As with everything, our controller support isn't perfect, but we are We are aiming to have it work completely in the menu and completely in the game. Right now, it maybe works. You will have to try that out. In general, I can vouch for Steam Deck support. P2E runs great on the deck. But as of this stream, we are improving the controller support still.
Awesome. Alrighty, another question we get quite a lot. Is there any plans for native macOS support?
Due to like hardware constraints as well as resource constraints, we do not intend on supporting macOS builds at this time, and in addition to the increasingly rigorous requirements that Apple imposes on developers for publishing on macOS, we do not intend on supporting that platform at this time.
Awesome. All right, this is a big one. We get this question a lot, and we know you want it. So, multiplayer and co-op, what's the whole deal with that?
So I did mention this a bit earlier, but just to recap, multiplayer and co-op is currently not, like, by the UI available. You can't do person-to-person connections, but split screen works, and there are dedicated servers. However, the big but about all this is that it is unstable right now. As mentioned before, it's still work in progress. We have a big issue tracker on our GitHub with all the issues that still need to be resolved. It will be gone to eventually. And I think Pivot also has something about it. Yeah.
I want to clarify on this. PC does feature like dedicated support for multiplayer and co-op servers, so like theoretically you could play through the entire like co-op campaign in using a dedicated server and locally as well as in split screen, but right now we currently lack do not expect progression to exist at this point, as we are still working on making sure that is functional. It relies on some like weird methods internally that are bound to C-Stats API, and like that is a bit of a challenge to work around because of some intrinsics relating to the PlayStation 3 in general. So yeah, we support local multiplayer, we support split screen. It works, but we don't expect it to fully work entirely.
Perfect. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and answer this next one. Is there a plan to fix or improve the base Portal 2 co-op campaign? So as we mentioned earlier, we aren't planning on touching the campaign, but this question is technically two questions in a trench coat. Original Portal 2 content will not be modified specifically for P2CE. P2CE is backwards compatible with the original Portal 2 maps, but it doesn't modify them in any way. So while we aren't planning to improve or add changes to the co-op campaign, just like with the base campaign, we are planning to fix the bugs and issues that make it, well, generally unplayable. Alrighty. Next up on our list, can we play other Strata-based games such as Portal Revolution in P2CE?
We generally don't suggest it.
What?
Sorry. I thought I wrote my name there.
You didn't. It says
I did.
next.
Oh, so sorry.
Okay, so thing happened. Hi. Generally speaking, we are not stopping you from doing it. However, it is unsupported. We will not be giving you support. It will probably break, especially with Revolution, because Revolution forked off P2CE a long time ago. And since then, a lot of features internally have changed, been removed, or we have added new features. So the recommended way to play Revolution or other Strata-based games is right off the Steam build.
Perfect. All right. Next question. Are Hammer++ features going to be imported to Strata's Hammer?
So our Hammer already has quite a few features. We highly suggest you try them out. Like our material browser is super fast. We've got some improved sound preview. We've got like the pivot tool and other such things, as well as like you can resize static props however you want to. We are planning on improving our hammer. We're going to be adding a lighting preview and other such features, but Hammer Plus features aren't going to be directly ported to our hammer.
We also include like an overhauled theme browser as well for those of you mangling with playing around with VCDs. So like, if you want to do like directly preview VCDs in Hammer right now with your actors there, and it will work. But yeah, it's not just limited to those features. Like we have a whole host of like tools present in the P2C SDK, which will be included as part of the base game.
Perfect. All right, moving on, we are going to get into some AngelScript questions. Now, AngelScript is an updated scripting language, kind of similar to VScript, that works a little closer with the engine code. So we do have some questions surrounding that. First up on the docket is, do you still plan on re-implementing plugins? How does AngelScript compare to a DLL plugin in other Source games?
So just for a little bit of context, in older Source engine titles, there's plugins, DLLs that get loaded, and they're usually meant for dedicated servers or clients. They just do little hacks and whatnot. We're removing those entirely because they will break if we update the engine, and that's no good if you want working scripts and stuff. So, solution is AngelScript. AngelScript will be the replacement for that, and instead we'll be providing an API with various engine classes and entities, and you can do a lot more stuff than you could with the original plugin interface before. Plus, it hot loads, so you don't have to compile plugins. You just reload anytime you make a change, just like VScript. A lot easier to use. It's a lot more secure and a lot more under controlled environment, which we prefer, and we are always growing the available set of API interfaces.
Perfect.
Look forward to that.
All right, moving on. Will the AngelScript documentation be expanded?
Right now, there's individuals like Enderek and Orso, our own Orso, who are working on making the documentation guides and videos on how to use AngelScript. These are all work in progress and not final, so if you have any questions about AngelScript, the devs will be around to help you, and they will be able to answer any questions. But we also have guides on the Strata Source wiki, which is open source and is accepting edits through the GitHub repository. We'll put a link in the description of this live stream.
Perfect. Next up, will P2C support custom weapons through AngelScript?
Yes. We have C-based combat weapon exposed as an interface, which makes it really easy to make new custom weapons. Import stuff from like C-Strike and stuff, make your own new weapons, hit scan, bullets, so they expose a few more functions for it to fully work. But yes, custom weapons is very much possible.
Beautiful. Alrighty. Will P2C support SAR?
Source auto record is not currently supported because again, plugins have been removed from the engine. But hopefully at some point one day we'll be able to provide similar tools that SAR supplies in order to help speedrunners out. Because we don't want to just do map, just mappers, modders. We want to do the whole thing, which also includes our lovely speedrunner friends.
Beautiful. Will there be a toggle to disable the clustered renderer?
The clustered forward renderer is a direct replacement of the original sourceengine lighting system, and we do not have a toggle to disable it. The original implementation does not exist anymore, and I do not foresee that coming back at any time.
Beautiful. All right, another question we get quite a bit. Are you planning to add Half-Life 1 or the Black Mesa campaign?
So currently, we are not planning on supporting other Source games besides the one that we already support right now, which are Portal 1, Half-Life 2, and the episodes. We want to focus on the things that P2C users are likely to need.
Perfect. All right, another big question. How long until the full release? Until no more beta, until we're fully ready? We don't currently have an estimated release date or even a year for the full version of Portal 2 Community Edition. The full release will happen when it is time, but that doesn't stop you from playing and making content for the open beta today. Next up, another question we get, will volumetrics be merged into the default branch before open beta?
Well, yes, but we'll be providing a stable branch without them for anyone who has issues with volumetrics on release. The feature is still in beta and it is known to have a few issues, so if you encounter them, use the stable branch.
Beautiful. Another question, one that personally applies to me, actually. I'm not a modder or a mapper. What does P2CE offer me as a player? Well, I have great news for you. Players can still enjoy all sorts of maps, campaigns, and add-ons from the workshop. We're setting the project in open beta because we've finally reached a stage where average players can try things without much technical knowledge. Some things are still a work in progress, like the support for the Portal 1 campaign, but you can still find cool things made by the community in our workshop on Steam. Next up, another big question. Will I be able to modify movement in P2C?
Yep, so we've got convars to be able to make movement feel a little bit more like Half-Life 2 and Portal 1, such as MV Duck Jump. And the hope is that you can also use scripting to do some more complicated movement if you want.
Beautiful. Will I be able to toggle Portal 1 and Portal 2 crosshairs, switch between them?
Yeah, at the moment, there's already a switch implemented in the game for switching between the two styles, because we know that, well, Portal 1 crosshair is just better. I don't know why anyone would use the other one. But you can find it under the customization section in settings. So yeah, hope you enjoy that.
Perfect. How have the compilers been improved from base Portal 2?
Well, so when we massively expanded the BSP limits, the compilers were not super happy about it. So we had to do quite a bit of reworking to be able to support it. This also required that we, improve the stability, make it so it doesn't use as much memory in certain spots and other things like that. At one point, I think one of the compilers turned into many megabytes large. It was very strange. We've made quite a few performance improvements to VRAD. We've added better texture shadows, and we've added support for baking light through world portals. And probably some other little features along the way that I'm forgetting.
Perfect. I'm sure you'll remember them in 3 hours from now.
Hopefully.
Alrighty. What's the next big planned feature?
Oops, sorry, that's for me. In short term, watch and learn what the community does with the open beta. We will fix as many bugs as we can, and in the long term, probably multiplayer. We want to make sure you can play co-op exactly like you used to be able to in Vanilla Portal 2.
Perfect. Alrighty. Next question we have up. Will the open beta ever close back down again? We've been getting this question a lot in the server, and I do want to mention open beta means open forever. We will not be closing it back down. You will not lose access to P2CE once it is out. Next up, a bit of a lower priority question, but will there be evaluation screens at the end of chambers or campaigns?
Yep, we'll be adding them. We just need to make some more UI, hook some convars up, and smooth over some rough edges with the campaign system.
Beautiful.
You can do it currently via the menu, though.
Are area lights a planned feature?
Area lights are a planned feature, but right now they're not implemented. But you can use various other techniques to work around it, like using light cookies, changing the far Z of lights, or using light textures or multiple lights to work around those limitations.
Beautiful. Is an implementation of Source Filmmaker planned for P2CE?
As of we have tried, but due to a constraint, due to legal and resource constraints, we are unable to implement SFM in P2CE, and it's not happening. We advise you use like the original SFM or Source 2 Filmmaker instead.
Beautiful. All right, another question. Are achievements going to be updated before the open beta?
Nope, the current set of achievements is going to be removed. So no more Portal 2 achievements, no more hilarious April Fool's Hammer achievements. At some point in the future, we'll be adding some custom achievement, reward, something or another for campaigns, and maybe we'll add some achievements of our own.
Beautiful. All right. Will you ever implement DirectX 12 support or full Vulkan support?
No, we're not planning to. DX11 took us years to accomplish, and we still have a couple little bugs with it. DX12, generally we don't need very much from it, nor do we need a ton from Vulkan, so the current setup with DX for handling Linux and DX11 works quite well for us.
Perfect. All right, second to last question. Will there be an inbuilt timer for speedrunners?
At some point in the future, we'd like to add speedrunner features such as timers, but it is currently a low priority because we don't have too many speedrunners on the team. So if you are a motivated speedrunner and you would like to contribute, our UI is open source on GitHub. Or talk to us and let us know your ideas.
Perfect. Alrighty, and the last question, and just a reminder, we will be doing more questions in the stage after we release. What should players know before jumping into Portal 2 Community Edition?
Above all else, some bugs are expected and known about. If you encounter issues, before anything else, check our FAQs and readmes to make sure that it's not an already known issue. If it is a brand new bug, report it to us on our GitHub issue tracker. But please make sure to add as many details as possible, such as how to reproduce the bug or provide a map where the bug happens. We'll keep working on fixing those bugs, so do be a little patient if your bug doesn't get solved right away.
Beautiful. And that's all the questions we have time for. But again, join us in the stage later on and we'll answer any questions we see.
Yeah. And with that, we have 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Now, what will happen after those 5 minutes? After those 5 minutes, we will be hitting the big purple green button in Steam that will release the game. But Steam usually takes a couple of minutes to notice and then until everyone can see the game. So, in the meantime, we have prepared a beautiful video. It's a premiere on the channel that you will be seeing afterwards, where we point out all the things that we've been up to with P2CE. I would like, before it's even out, but I would like to thank Pip and Ashley and Orzel for working really, really hard on it. Yeah! Appreciation!
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yes.
Thanks.
We... So, we will be spending the last 4 minutes talking about the stuff that the team looks forward to the most. I'm kind of curious.
Yay.
I personally obviously look forward to all of the campaigns that already exist getting ported to P2CE, so that I don't need to download funky files anymore to make them work. How about you, Ash?
This is a little selfish, but I'm really looking forward to seeing people play the Evely exhibition. I think it's a really good map, not because I feature in it or anything, but because I do think it shows off a lot of the really pretty and great features that P2C has to offer. And of course, just like everyone else here, I'm really excited to see what you guys do with this.
I should mention I didn't watch the stream during the Evely exhibition part because I want to play it blindly.
It's a pretty good map. What about you, Hugo? What are you looking forward to?
It may be a little selfish also, but I really want people to really explore the possibilities with scripting. Because we already expanded the possibilities with VScript, but with AngelScript people can do so much more. And there's a lot of possibility for new gameplay styles, like maybe you want to do an f-stop recreation, or maybe you want to create a brand new game inside of P2C. I really want to see what people can come up with.
Awesome. Anyone
about you,
else?
How about Oxy? Okay, that's Team Sven. Close enough. How about you, Team Sven?
I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of crazy things people can figure out, can make and do with the things, especially things like other kinds of things, not just campaigns. We can do a lot of things with add-ons and so on. Workshop content and stuff.
Oh yeah, like not just campaign add-ons or map add-ons, but actual gameplay modifiers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The workshop is not just maps and mods. It will be a lot of cool custom assets made by the community, whether that be asset replacements or even using those same add-ons for your maps and campaigns.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anywho, I think it's time.
Oh wow, it is. Oh, that snuck up on us.
Oh boy.
Are you guys ready?
Snuck up on us. Are we? I don't know.
I don't feel ready.
Is
Hold
the
on.
community ready?
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, give me a minute and 17
Give me
seconds.
1 minute and 17 seconds, and we'll be ready. I think.
If the community is not ready, it's okay. We can cancel it.
Yeah, we can wait.
Oh,
We
yeah,
can wait another
let's
5
just-
years.
Might as well just do it
Yeah,
now.
let's just
Yeah, we
actually
can do that.
cancel. Let's just cancel it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
We need to go fix all
No.
those bugs you just fixed.
That won't put any targets on our backs.
No. Why would you think that?
Actually, instead of canceling it, let's just re-implement every bug.
Yeah,
Can
that
we
sounds
start
like
from
that.
scratch?
That would make for great
From
content.
scratch.
No love for wall shrink. No love for wall shrink.
Now we are. Oh God, we are rapidly approaching. Oh God,
yeah,
yes,
it's
I
so
we need to
exciting.
wrap
We are.
video.
Oh,
60
we
seconds.
need.
30 seconds.
to hurry
Oh
up.
goodness.
Okay.
Oh God. So what will happen? On the YouTube side, we will be turning the stream off, and then you will automatically be redirected to the premiere, which means you don't have to do anything. You get to be lazy. Our viewers on Steam, we will be
boy.
telling you more after, but you should
10.
definitely watch the video on YouTube because we are not redirecting it. Oh God.
Okay. Anyway,
Have
we will
fun.
be seeing you all
3,
in
2,
the Discord server
See you
later.
in open beta.
Have fun, everyone.
Enjoy.
Bye bye. More
Have
questions
fun.
be answered, of course.
Yeah. Hope you
Yeah.
have fun.
Now we are going to. Oh God, the chat is going absolutely wild.
Chat
Now we
Yeah.
have reached 0. We have reached 0.
Okay.
Is it
Now
going
we
The stream is still live, by the way.
Oh,
Yes, we
hi
are still
everyone.
live. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's still going.
Okay, and